Hello, and welcome. I am so freaking excited you're here right now. I'm so excited to be here right now. My name is Kelsey Holmes. I am a life and mindset coach. I work with badass women entrepreneurs who are ready to step in, own their badassery, develop unshakable self-confidence, self-trust, and self-love. Because, dear, the magic is inside of you. Welcome to the Magic is Inside of You podcast. I am so freaking excited to be here because this is something that's been on my heart that I've been dreaming of for years now. And I've been working in the background of my mind, how to cultivate it. As a multi-passionate entrepreneur, I also create beautiful steel art and custom furniture alongside my husband. And we also have some other stuff, some like a new Airbnb and campsites. So as a multi-passionate entrepreneur, this has been one of those projects, this podcast, The Magic is Inside of You, that has been put on the back burner a little bit. And I am just so excited to be sitting here recording the very first episode right now. So if I feel a little awkward, it's just because it's the first time I'm doing this. I have a little setup with my tripod and my phone hooked up to my earbuds because there is no better time to start something new than today, right? Because tomorrow, is tomorrow, right? But it's amazing how we can procrastinate things and decide we need to set them aside and do other things first. And today, this is taking priority. Anyway, I'm super excited to be here. I am choosing to step into my bravery, my courage to be able to suck at something new. I was recently gifted at a chamber event that I felt super awkward and uncomfortable going to by myself, a women's networking event. I always feel so awkward in those rooms initially. It takes me a few minutes to feel grounded in my space, in myself oftentimes, and remember, oh yeah, the magic is in me. I got this. Anyway, I was walking out of a recent networking event and was gifted a little bookmark. And it's like a little leather bookmark that somebody had donated as a gift for little take-home gift from this chamber event. And written on it, one of the gals who I know had written, "Be brave enough to suck at something new." And as she handed it to me, she's like, "Oh, but you're already brave." And I just looked at her and I was like, yes, and we could always use a little bit more bravery, because the truth is I've been scared shitless to start this podcast because I know it's going to grow. I know it's going to impact. I know it's going to inspire, because this is the same thing that got me out of my slump. What I'm sharing with you is how I've helped myself develop confidence, get out of panic attacks, anxiety, and depression, and allow myself to really thrive and grow in my businesses, in my relationships, in my life, and cultivate a life that I'm truly passionate about, where I'm able to show up authentically and vulnerably and share all these scary things with you in hopes that me sharing will help inspire you. Because years ago, before I had ever listened to a podcast, I was a massage therapist and I was working in my own studio. I had pushed myself outside of my comfort zone. That's something that I had gotten pretty practiced at, but I didn't realize what a skill that was. Anyway, I had pushed myself outside my comfort zone once again and had my own massage therapy practice. And as I was working on one of my regular, wonderful, amazing clients, she offhandedly just recommended a podcast to me. And it was about law of attraction. And I had been introduced to this concept kind of vaguely throughout the years, but never really took hold to it. But she offhandedly recommended this podcast. It's The Lively Show it was with Jess Lively, now Bella Lively, and Brooke Castile, a life coach, and they were talking about Abraham Hicks. So it was my first time introduced to a podcast. It was my first time really introduced to Abraham Hicks and the law of attraction as I know it today. And it literally changed my life. That one offhanded comment that this amazing massage client of mine said changed my life, because listening to that podcast introduced me to this whole new world of mindset, of development, of energetics. Really, I had tapped into energetics at that point. I had become a Reiki master, but just learning at this whole new level into the subconscious mind and understanding how body, mind, energetics all play a part, it just like blew my lid right open, right? And since then, I've been like on a deep dive into everything personal development, from energetic work to mindset, hypnosis, all of these different practices to help myself grow out of hating myself, out of depression and anxiety, and into my authentic self, where I can show up feeling filled up, fueled up, and like ready to go, to empower others to tune in, tap in, and turn on their magic. Because once again, the magic is inside you. I always used to think it was outside, this external thing that was going to make me feel better, grow better, do, like the magic pill, right? Until I repeatedly was seeking these outside external things. And I realized that I had gotten all of these things that were supposed to make me happy, and I still wasn't fucking happy. And I was like, duh, what the hell? Like, why isn't this working? And I recognized that it wasn't life, beauty, fulfillment, bliss, love, joy isn't an external thing, but it starts from within us. And because I was in such a crummy place on the inside, how I felt about myself, how I felt about my being, it obviously reflected in how I felt about my life. And so this growth journey has just, it's allowed me to transform my life, but also help and inspire others to transform theirs. And I'm really excited about this podcast, because I'm going to be having guests and different speakers, and to showcase you how possible it is, to showcase to you that everybody's unique magic inside of them is here for a purpose. It's here on purpose. Your desires were gifted to you so that you could bring them to light. Truly, the desires that you have in your heart, the desires that you have for your life are so much bigger than you. They affect everybody around you. They affect your loved ones. They affect your friends. They affect your community. That your community affects your state. Like, it literally ripples out literally around the world. And that's why I'm so passionate about this, because when we can connect mind, body, energetics, and then bring that from the inside out, that is what allows us to truly shine our light authentically, fully, beautifully, and allows us to create the greatest impact we can in that positive, loving light in the world. I'm super grateful to be recording this today, because it was one of those things that I was like, oh, I could put it off a little bit longer, but it is the summer solstice today. It is a full moon on the summer solstice, and I just was in the perfect space where I had my little cacao ceremony and did some breath work and meditation. And my sweet hubby Nate reminded me that it was the summer solstice full moon that I had been so excited about. And I just, thought that this would be the perfect time to record this very first podcast. And please like it. Share it with people. If this was a little bit inspirational, drop it in the comments, or like shoot me a text on, or a DM, on Instagram if this was helpful at all for you. I am so excited to be embarking on this journey with you, and share with me, what kind of journey are you excited to create right now in your life? Just share it. Allow that spark of possibility to come into your life and watch it grow. When we blow on the ember of possibility, it soon becomes a beautiful fire to warm ourselves around. So in love, light, and so much gratitude, I'll see you next time. Peace.